Well, hello there, Chatterino. Welcome to. Well, we're still in Cardiff here, but we're about to be in India, is what's going to happen. So that'll be fun. So yeah, we're. I was in two minds whether to do any streaming tonight, but I figure we've got a couple of games left of this season with Sreenidi, so I thought we'd handle that business, and then yeah, to make it a short one, I was going to go up earlier, and then I got stuck into waiting for an edit to finish, and then I started watching the Burda Inter game, and wow, what a result! What a result! Right, let's meet our new squad. I mean, to be honest, shouldn't do the tactics just yet because, well, I don't know the players yet. Hey Liam, yeah, we found a new club. We have gone to India. We're in Sreenidi of Hyderabad. They are, aside from being in the home of Bollywood, they are in real life. They finished top three in every season. Why is that not working? Top three every season in real life they've played in the Indian League. I'm doing good, but I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Why do I not have an ability rate? Do I not have any? Do I not have any staff? No. Alright, first job is going to be to hire some staff, apparently. We've got a technical director, so it should be his job to hire staff. But apparently not, so let's go find some friends, shall we? Assistant manager. Watching Wolves v Arsenal. I hear Arsenal didn't win. Was it a draw in the end? I know that because Steve McManaman vaguely mentioned it on the Inter game. Sounds like Wolves might be on the verge of becoming a semi-respectable relegated team. 2-2. That's good enough. Okay, so all of these guys are allegedly interested, and they're very good, but no one's outstanding at assistant manager. Perfect. Okay, so let's see who does the best judging of footballers. Don't know why that's not in mental anymore. Judging current ability. There's no way we can get the behave. We're not getting Peter Kravietz, are we? That's silly. We're not getting Rodrigo Iglesias either. Danny Welbeck has become an assistant manager. Can I have Danny Welbeck? No. So yeah, this club is a bit of a step up in terms of stature from where we were, but we'll make it work somehow. Okay, these are the two best options we have in India apparently, so we'll go for Mohammed Uvais. Give him like a year to try and impress. Jeez, we've got no money at all here. No money at all. Can I have you? Will you join? Nope, because you don't want to work for the standard of club we have on offer, apparently. Reasonable, okay. Let's go for one by one. So, jeez, why do they want so much money? Why do these people want so much money? I'm going to need staff so I can figure out our team. Anyone here got a hope? Right, let's reputation. Let's add reputation as a condition, shall we? World reputation minimal. And then we'll go right down the bottom. Okay, so apparently we can't have assistant managers. This has become a disaster already, hasn't it? Why? Show me a squad. There we go, right. Do I have an older player who's ready to... Nope. No older players. I've got 4 days until our next game and I've got to find someone to help coach. What's the budget like? Well, at the moment we've got 97,000 for transfers, but we're also spending 140,000 over our wage budget. But it's not a bit. Why is that not going straight to the first team? Is this like some kind of issue with this skin? I don't know. Anyway, a lot of our squad are out of contract this year, so it's not the end of the world. We can rebuild. We must have a massive under-18 squad. It's not that big. Why are we so far over our wage budget? To be fair, they're going to give us a new wage budget in like 2 games' time anyway, so we can't sign any players right now. It's just a case of trying to get in anyone who can do anything, really. It's sort of our plan, right? Let's see if any of these guys can help us out with some coaching. You've got good motivation, but apparently you don't want to be here. Same. Well, there is part of me that just thinks like I could just tell the assistant manager to hire us some people, or also tell the technical director to hire us some people. But in fact, I might have to do that purely because no one seems to be interested, and they might have more luck. So let's delegate those, and that. So in real life, this club is a feeder club to Benfica as well. I don't know if that relationship still exists in the game. We'll have a look. But I did do a little bit of research, and this club is a feeder club to Benfica. So, not anymore, apparently. But, yeah. So that's would have been our benefit. But yeah, as things stand, there's not a lot I can do with anything until we've got our staff in. We'll see what it suggests for tactics and go with that for now. It's offering me gegenpress, so I guess we'll gegenpress. We'll just stick with that. We'll just start off with a standard 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. That feels like a sort of a plan for now. And if we quick pick our team, this is our best team apparently. Peter Fernandez, it's not a bad goalkeeper. Not the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen. We've got 2 Kumars. Mohan Kumar as a right back. It's pretty respectable. I've managed in this league before, but not since like FM20-ish. Mark Kumar is also pretty good. Like standard-wise, it's about National League-ish. But my thought is it's a 1-tier league. If we can win it, we can A, get continental football, also tick off a trophy quite quickly, in theory. But also, there's some weird continental qualification rules in India because they don't have the rights to the East Indian Super League. They've kind of shoehorned in a continental place at the top of the I-League that shouldn't be there because the I-League is actually the 2nd tier of India. So if you finish top, you get into the Indian equivalent of the Europa Conference League. But the other spots in the Asian competitions go to the sort of ghost running Super League. It's a bit weird. But it's a change of scenery. And, you know, a win's a win, and a trophy's a trophy. Is sort of what we're looking at. This isn't the worst squad I've ever seen. It's not the worst squad I've ever had. Does seem to be a squad of pace merchants, which isn't the worst. I'm not against that. We've got another Kumar here, Manoj Kumar. All the Kumars. He's alright, I suppose. And then we've got Abhishek Patel, who can't be awful. Let's see if we can compare him to Eugene Nyarko. We'll get an idea of... Apparently I can't. Let's go to Nyarko. and we'll compare him to Abhishek Patel, shall we? Abhishek Patel, there we go. So they're about the same level, but Patel doesn't have the pace. But that's fine, you know. Can we offer him a deal? Maybe. See if he can score goals in this league. Come on, buddy, you know me. You can come sign for me. Have an extra $5 a year. Boom. Done. We're only allowed 6 foreign players. That was actually kind of stupid, but it's fine. We've got people signing deals, which I'm not sure I'm super enthralled by. I'd have liked to have had, you know, maybe a bit of time to settle in, get to know the players, see what's up. Like I said, there are 2 games left of the season in this league as well. So the highest we're going to finish is going to be 6th. Hi, Mark. I'm sure we'll figure it out. We're getting some good scouting reports. Don't worry about training because someone will handle that for me. Introduce ourselves to the squad. Hello, guys. Welcome. Yes, love it. Thanks. Lovely to meet you. Glad you all seem happy to be here. Set pieces. I mean, we'll go far post. We'll go. Hey, we're in Bollywood. Bollywood is the Indian Hollywood. Balanced, hybrid, both posts. Counter-attack, beautiful. That'll do for now. Yeah, so I'm hoping we'll get some options to do something with our players, but I don't want to make any choices till I've properly seen them. Like, there's a few players here who've definitely got something I want. Like Elvis Tapper, presumably is going to be quite good because of his determination, and he's 19. So I was thinking of the movie. I mean, yeah. So the town we're in this with this club is the home of Bollywood film, which is why I use that title. We could have a couple of kids here who are special. We have to wait till we've got some second opinions. Also, we've got a lot of subs too. A press conference. Well, I suppose I could say some good stuff. Thanks, guys. Hi, yeah, beautiful, lovely. Was listening, totally listening. Thanks, guys. Don't understand what anyone's saying. Thanks. There we go. I seem to have made a not awful impression on the media, so we're good. Our first game are against the team directly below. We're going to finish mid-table. Beautiful. We don't really have a choice. There we go. Lovely. We'll let it keep bringing in intermediary suggestions because that's all going to help as I try and figure out who we're going to sign in the summer. But for now, we just have to hope we get some kind of help. I'm sure some of these players are really good. Ener Valencia. Why do I know that name? Was he a wonder kid on FM24? We'll have a look. We'll have a look when we've finally got some. When we've finally got some staff, I suppose. Sure. Because I've got no one else to go for me. I'm going to have to send someone. Right. Are we any close? What I'd like actually is a player assistant manager. Is that a thing I can make happen? Transfer only. Interested. Beautiful. Let's go to unattached. And over 35. Start there. World reputation. Do you have ambitions of being a coach? Head of youth. I mean, it's an opinion to get. I genuinely don't know who any of these players are. Super Chalk. You want to be a loan... I don't even know I can have a loan manager. Doesn't look like I can. He was very smiley though, wasn't he? Akram Afif. Oh, bro, the hair. And you're an assistant manager. Alright, it's a bit ambitious. You are youngish. Can you be an assistant manager? You want to be a scout? Sure. Literally can't hurt. He's retiring anyway, so having him on the things are not worried. 50 is a good number. It is, Simon. Welcome. Welcome to India. We are trying to find some people who want to be staff members at our club because we've got here and we don't have. You want to be a star player? I mean, you're literally retiring, but sure. Okay, so you don't want to be a head of youth. You did. It was right at the end of yesterday. We got an offer from India, and I was like, you know what? That sounds good. And then I did some research and found out they're like the biggest, or the third biggest club in India. So it's quite a leap for us. But I don't hate it. Oh, you're retiring. Why do you want to contract to be a footballer primarily? We have absolutely no staff here at all. So I'm just desperately trying to find anyone. And people who are already just staff want way too much money. This is Sreenidi Deccan. They are from Hyderabad. They finished third, and second in the last couple of years in real life in India. Or in this league at least. So they are a pretty big deal. They're a pretty big deal. They're currently, as we join them, very solidly mid-table. We've got 2 games left of this season. But because I have exactly no staff, I know nothing about this team at all. But I've got no guidance, really. And it's a really big squad that would take me ages to go through manually. So I really want some kind of assistant to give me any help. Basically. Alright, I guess we're going to this one without an assistant manager. The thing about SI is they only have the second tier. Yeah, I know. I was just saying that actually, that's weird. And that they've arbitrarily... So if you win the I-League in the game, not in real life, but in the game, if you win the I-League, it says down here somewhere, the top team from the Hero I-League qualifies for the Asian Challenge League preliminary round, second preliminary round. So basically the Europa League, Europa Conference League equivalent. But yeah, the top team from each of the 2 leagues, even though the Indian Super League aren't in the game, get into that. So we are able to qualify for continental competition. We'll count the number of times I call it Europe. We can qualify, but the primary aim is just to win it because the game will recognise as being the champions of India. I don't know if it's the Indian Super League is super litigious. I think there's probably some kind of thing where the I-League have said, well, you've got our licence, so you can't negotiate with the Super League and vice versa, or something stupid. There's probably something stupid like that. The Super League probably want $12 billion for the licence or something equally ridiculous. Either way, we'll make do. I'm not envisioning us being here for more than 2 or 3 seasons. Sort of as long as it takes to win the league. Because let's face it, there's not a lot of point in us staying here much longer than that, because we're never going to win an Asian championship with a team from India. It's just not going to happen. We've got 10 subs. That's crazy. And somehow I've still got 2 right backs on the bench. Make it make sense. To be fair, I don't have anyone who isn't a right back to throw in there. It's a really good job there's a transfer window coming up, because I'm going to have to serious rebuild this team. Right, let's put Basak there. And then let's put Bose there, I guess. No, it has to be Praveen, because Bose isn't registered. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. We'll see what this team looks like. Just a whole lot of research to the Super League for a video before I realised I'd done the wrong league. Outstanding. Outstanding, Simon. We love to hear it. We've all done it. We've all done a stupid amount of research and then found it misplaced. No, I actually did. But it makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one that's done stuff like that before. We're the underdogs, I suppose. Cool. Let's just see how this team looks. We are in the orange, is my guess. We are in the orange. Lovely. Love an orange kit. All of our players are called Kumar too, so that's not going to get at all confusing. Benefits, though, are that we've got here at a time where most of the players' contracts are expiring, and they currently have 0 foreigners. However, I did get a bit excited and offered a contract to Eugene Nyarko, because he is actually better than Patel, the guy starting up top for us. So if nothing else, we'll have a really quick boy striker. And I seem to remember from last time I played in this league that there are no players with any pace in India. So hopefully that will really come in handy. We'll see, of course, but also, big question of the night, who watched what games tonight is the question. I have watched Newcastle put 6 past Karabag, and I've just watched Bodo Glimt beat Inter 3-1, which was incredible. They were so good. To go raid the hockey players, maybe. For now, it's just about like, let's get through these 2 games. Let's get some staff in. And then, once we've got some staff in, we can properly start to rebuild. Like, we do have our budget, but I think we're going to get a new budget for the end of the season anyway, so I'm not super pressed on doing anything. Didn't watch anything, fair enough. Fair enough. Well worth watching the highlights of the Bodo game, I would say, because that was a pretty spectacular performance. Like I said, they'd just beaten Inter Milan 3-1 at home. Did make pancakes. Good choice. I had pancakes yesterday just before I came on stream. I forgot how truly terrible I am at making pancakes. Oh, they've had a man sent off already. Oh, we love to see it. Love to see it. Let's have a cheeky, easy win on day 1. Let's get very attacking. They've got 10 men. Can't pretend anyone's blowing me away so far. Well, it'd be nice to see what the coaches we do get in think of these players, and then kind of work from there on who we keep and who we lose. I think my plan, because we've only got 6 foreign player slots that we're allowed to fill, I think my plan is either going to be have a foreign spine of the team, or have a decent foreign striker, and then just fill the back 5 with foreign players. because I think I'd rather not concede goals than go crazy chasing them. But I have to see what's actually available in India, because I know nothing about this league in FM26. I've not played in it for years on FM. So it's going to be a case of try and get a feel for what the best Indian players are, and then maybe just plug in foreigners in the gaps. Plus, there's always that big question mark of, like, what do you do with that sixth foreigner spot that has to be an Asian player, because are we going to get a decent Korean, Japanese, Australian player? Probably not. And then there's the question of, like, are there some good players with Indian second nationality to be had? Right, this Praveen fella ain't impressing me much. But no one else can go there. So that's good. Let's just stick a random striker in. I know nothing about any of these footballers. I know nothing about any of them. I couldn't pick them out of a lineup. To be fair, we're a long way into the future, so they probably don't actually exist, which is also not going to help. But yeah, the lack of a holding midfielder is going to be a problem. Let's take Pinto out for Yumnam. Let's try that. A few fresh legs. What's the worst that can happen? Can't believe we're drawing this game. We are savagely all over them. I can see why they're mid-table. I can see why they're mid-table already, because there's not a finisher here, is there? There's not a finisher in this team. Let's try sticking that other striker up top. I know, crazy idea, but let's try keeping up top during that phase of play as well. Just kind of get an idea for if we can maybe find a goal somewhere. Let's encourage them. Go on, late goal to win it. Not for them, not for that, for us. I've started reigns at clubs with worse than a 0-0 draw. I'd rather start with a win. But that's fine. I mean, the highest we can finish was 6th anyway, and we are currently 6th. So it's not the biggest problem in the world. We'll just have to hope that there are staff members incoming. I've basically sent our technical director to find them. Was also just want to find out the club's real-life affiliate deal with Benfica isn't in the game, because I'd have liked to have borrowed some Benfica players. Just had 5 Benfica players in those foreigner slots that would have been pretty special. Even if they were like 18-year-old Benfica players, it still would have been pretty impressive. Where about our attacking four? Yes, sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. Once we know what these players are about. Dempo are champions, lovely. Lovely stuff. That last game looks like it's against Rajasthan, who are a club of whom I've definitely heard. It's a place I've heard of. Didn't know they had a football team. I mean, I guess I should. Everyone's got a football team. If I've heard of the place, it's probably got a football team. I don't know where Churchill Brothers is, or Diamond Harbour. I sort of know where Kashmir and Kerala are. Alright, we're taking Eugene Nyarko. See how that goes. It's our first signing. Actually, I should. Evening, Jigsaw. I'm good, mate. How are you? Welcome. Let's do a lovely shout out to Jigsaw. Excellent streamer. do give him a follow. Welcome to India, where apparently I've just gone slightly mad and started signing my players from Cardiff. Although to be fair, I do kind of want Josh Hughes. I kind of want Titty Bins too. Well, so far we've played one game in India and we drew it 0-0. We've literally just got here. So I can't really report much. We've just left this team, Cardiff Drax. So I'm sort of just having a quick little gander to see who we might want to steal from Cardiff Drax. Did time it just right. I really want Josh Hughes, but he's on a youth deal. But if I can get him to sign now, he won't actually come in for 2 years, and I think he can be a really good player. So this kid here, Josh Hughes, he came out of our youth intake about 3 weeks ago in game. And I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll stick him in for the last game of the season in Wales. 1 appearance, 1 goal, 2 assists, 9.7 average rating. Yeah, he's alright. He'll do. That's not bad for a 16-year-old making his debut. He doesn't look like much of a player, but when you get ratings like that, you know this guy's got obscene under-the-hood potential. Because for those who are not necessarily au fait with the under the hood of Football Manager, if you've got a player with high potential, there's like a 1 in 5 chance they'll play to their potential rather than their ability while they're still growing. And I think that was his game. I really want Robbie Carr too. Robbie Carr was really good. We're never going to get him to sign a deal though. No. So based on that, I'm pretty sure he's got a potential ability of somewhere in the 130s. He will play for Gibraltar. Probably reasonably soon. We've just got some money from some transfer deal that I wasn't involved in. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Love to hear it. Magic. Dunga, welcome. It's not the Dunga, obviously, because that would be absurd. But at least we'll get some idea of how good our players are now, which is sort of what I was looking for. Oh, okay. Alright, Josh. Just thinking. We had a couple of Uzbek players kicking around at Drax. For no reason. No, they were Tajiki players. They qualify as Asian for Indian, and they were for the purpose of India, and they were quite good. I say they were quite good, but that one's got no pace. It's alright, we'll not get too excited. Let's not get too excited with transfers just yet. We'll take Nyarko and Titty Bins. And we'll work from there. Can I actually register this guy? Don't tell me I can actually register this guy. I can register 1 player, and it's going to be Matthew Dunga. It says I can register 1 player. Oh, I filled my squad up. Alright. Let's take this fella out and put this fella in. Just because, as an older player, he's got to be good for something. He was most recently playing for Namdari in this league. He's played a lot of times in this league. He's been here his entire career, but he's from Ghana. Alright. Answer on a postcard, I suppose. Send it to India and ask them what's happening. Why is there a random Ghanaian footballer who spent his entire career in India? Why does he still count as foreign? I guess because you can't become Indian. You can't get Indian nationality. It's a thing I know from my days working in immigration. You can't become Indian. There's a fun fact. You cannot become Indian. It's just how it works. So we've got 2 players injured. He's injured and... Jesus, son, what did you do? How did you manage to get injured and suspended? That one's suspended. Out with food point. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great start. Great start for our second game. Right, we have to win this one because otherwise we're going to end up as far down as potentially 10th. Which isn't really where we want to start things. Apparently I said something bad about how Rajasthan play football. Sure. As a team I know nothing about, we'll assume that I am throwing stones at glass houses because I don't know if our team are any good yet. So, like, we're currently 6th, but we're 9 points behind 5th. So that tells me there is a gap. Oh, Titty Bins is in. Sam Titty Bins. What a player. What a player Sam Titty Bins has been for us. Yes, that does mean I've just filled up 2 of my 6 foreigner spots with players from the Welsh second tier, which may not be wise because we can probably get some half-decent players from other European leagues. We can almost certainly find a couple of half-decent Brazilians. But, you know, what are we going to do? Just make it work, innit? I'm just going to quick pick because, again, I know nothing about these players. That we'll assume works. Let's quick pick that way. It's just we're in the right. We have we're in the right place. Everyone's fitish. Cool. Let's try and get our first win. Otherwise, we've got to go through an entire transfer window with potentially no wins already. Imagine if we got sacked after 2 games because we didn't win either of the first 2 and I had to go looking for another job. Imagine if that was to happen. It's not impossible. On 2 games without scoring, Rajasthan haven't netted in 2. We have to win it, lads. Could we please look like we're trying? All I look for is for someone to look like they care. It's basically the same thing I do with Tinder. It's just someone needs to pretend they care. And I'm perfectly happy. Let's go positive. And let's try and get a result out of this from somewhere. That would be nice. Someone here has to have a goal in them. Just by pure law of averages, one of these 11 players must have been capable of scoring goals at some stage in their life. Which one that is, no one knows. Jesus Christ. Well, I think we need a new goalkeeper. What the hell was that? I don't get me wrong, the fullback's done badly there. And so is this fullback. But he's just flapped it. Okay. So, on the shopping list then, big bloody German goalkeeper. I don't know why specifically German, it's just Germany seems to make better goalkeepers than other places do, so that's why we're going with that. How is there still football being played? Oh, it's tomorrow's game. What? Why is that a thing that's happening? Right. Let's get a goal, please. Because we're not doing well. Are you, DJ? I don't know. I don't know why you'd volunteer that information, but good for you. I'm not actually on Tinder. I was just making a joke. Because sometimes I do the jokes. It has been known. Alright, no goalkeepers in India are any good. That's a great thing to learn. Wow, you clipped the bar and you went over. So, basically, I want to try in the summer to sign as many members of the Indian national team as I can get on a free. And then we'll work backwards from there. We'll work backwards from there. Right. Harry Krishna. He's brought down. We've got a pen, surely. No, of course we don't get a pen. We've got a corner, and no one sees corners on FM26 because they're illegal. Corners are illegal. This Patel fella is utter garbage. You've been terrible. Sort it out. And you, fella, you've been utter trash. Actually, so have you. Your mistake cost us a goal. That's unacceptable. Please don't do horrible things like make mistakes. You're not only human, you're one of my footballers. Demand more. Very attacking because we're all over them. Let's try and get the ball into a net. Ideally theirs. Jesus, that Patel fellow's coming out right. I think we can safely say, is his contract up at the end of the season? He's had 3 goals all year. 3 goals all year. What a spanner. Have any of these guys had goals this season? You've had 5. You've had 2. You've had none. Well, Doctor, I think we've figured out why this team is underperforming, and I suspect it might be something to do with the fact that, frankly, nobody here has seen football before. I think that's what we've learned together here. Rava can come in for apparently nobody. Oh, hang on. Why did I not check to see if there was a cam on the bench? Shh. Well, we'll go with you because you were with us last time. You can go back into midfield. Hopefully that'll work. Doesn't matter a lot if it doesn't. We'll send in Harashan. And then I think we're going to send in nobody else because nobody else looks ready yet. Let's hold back. Hold back. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Don't panic. Don't panic. There are like 7 players called Singh on this pitch. How do players in India shout to each other? Like every game in India is just us going, Siggy, 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 and they're all just looking really confused. They've got no idea what's going on. Right, you'll take you off for this right back that looked motivated. Oh, okay. Apparently I've made all my subs. Lovely. Don't shout, they sing, obviously, exactly. You only sing when you're winning. That's it. That's the gag we were all looking for. I know, Si, you might have some competition here. That was the dad joke we were all looking for. Well, we finished the season in 7th. It could have been much worse. It's all right. You'll get the next one. I'm far from pleased with that result. And I'm far from pleased with what I've discovered in this team so far. So, let's go find some actual footballers and Eugene Nyarko and Titty Bins. We filled up 2 of our foreign player spots. We'll forget about the guy from Ghana, because realistically I just wanted a scout. We've got to find some grade A footballers here. Got to start reading these. One day I will. Right, I don't want to give a press conference. I've done like 4 of them already. I've only been here 2 weeks. Bloody press. Imagine wanting to talk to the manager of a football team. Like we know anything. Okay. Right, first problems I'm spotting is that our back four are 5'6", 5'9", 5'8", and 5'3". They aren't really big enough to be football. In fact, of that entire starting 11 we started with, the tallest player was the goalkeeper, who's 6 foot tall. So the immediate problem we've got here is that none of our players were fed properly as children. That's an issue. Alright, so priority number one is going to be to find some footballers who don't need help reaching the top shelf of the supermarket. You can go because you're short and don't have the things I want. Likewise with you. I don't care if these guys have got potential. They're not going to reach it, so it doesn't matter. You can go as well, because I can definitely find a better right back. You have apparently played 23 times this season and not scored. It's really hard for me to imagine a world in which I'm keeping you around. I don't want a striker with no pace, so that's an easy cut. I don't want any defenders who are under 6 foot tall. Frankly, that's why I'm going to start looking for foreign defenders, I think. Like, he can stay for now because he's almost 6 foot tall. He's almost fully grown. We'll think about you. I can sort of accept 5'9" for a right back, but it wouldn't be my first or third choice. You guys, you can go, because even though you might be good at something, it's not going to ever be defending. Realistically, you've got jumping reach of 2. I cannot imagine a world in which I'm trying to turn you into a footballer. Can you pass? Nope, so you're no good to me as a holding mid. It's a shame because that determination is quite disgraceful. Kumar. Yeah, you can't really be retrained into anything either, so you can also go. Say goodbye to those guys. They are done. That was easy pickings. Right, Raja Pinto. You've played 19 times this season, got an average rating of 6.11. I cannot imagine a world in which you're getting a contract. If this fellow was at a contract, he'd be going as well. 6.36 over 20 appearances is not going to fly. You've got no pace and you're a winger, so there's absolutely no need for you to pretend you're a footballer. You've got some pace and apparently can score goals, so we'll keep you. Right, let's have a look at the under-18s. Let's destroy some more careers, shall we? Right. Immediately, no. Okay, apparently I can't release you. Why not? I mean, your contract's up in like a month. Why can't I just bin you off? Maybe I already did. We'll see what he looks like. We get reports. He was the guy we're looking at. I'm not having a 5'10" goalkeeper. We've been scarred before. We're not having a short goalkeeper. You can go because you don't look like you're going to be very good. Same with you. This is possibly the most ruthless I've ever been. Kit's kit of the day is a Santos Laguna 24 home kit. Was this in your surprise package earlier? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. Green and white hoops. Green and white hoops. That's the classic. Feels a bit imperial just arriving in India and being this sort of ruthless, but what am I supposed to do? These players are just patently not good enough to be here. It was not. Fair enough. What else was in your surprise package that you disappeared off to hurriedly open earlier? I know you had your Jamaica kit. All right, actual budgets. Actual budgets. What have we got? Holy crap, they've just given us an extra double our wage budget and another £100,000 to spend and a scouting budget. My lord, we are going to have some good times building this squad up. Jamaica, West Seattle Junction and an Icelandic team. And which Icelandic team might that be, Kit? Alright, nobody panic. There are players from Argentina on this list. There are players from Argentina here. That's... Alright, we're let's not get overexcited. But some of these lads are from Argentina. Right, Ulysses Ciccioli. Yes, he's 5'8", but also from Argentina. Let's just have a little cheeky look at these ones, just to see what they're about. Let's see if we've got any else on our radar. Oh. Yeah, we'll have a look at you. We'll have a look at you. You were at Kaiserslautern. You might actually be decent. We'll have a look at an Austrian too. I feel like I know the name Junior Adamu, and I don't know why. We'll have a Congolese lad on trial as well. We'll look at these fellas. Couple of cheeky Spaniards. A Pharaoh. Can never have too many Pharaohs unless you're in Egypt. Then you can have too many Pharaohs. That's a history gag. Love a good history gag. That's how you know my life is super fulfilled and exciting. Do today's scramble, my word. The first one, just doing that. I haven't done today's scramble yet. We have not scrambled. We could be approaching a scramble. Just to see what's occurring. Right, let's see how any of these guys are going to join us. Right, this guy will. Lovely. You will. Drake Hadid. I hope he's not planning a rap career, because he would be better in a wheelchair. That joke only landed if you know anything about Drake. Which probably didn't. Anyway, you shouldn't know anything about Drake. It's fine. The only chance you've got of meeting Drake is if you're 15 anyway, so it's fine. Alright. What are the chances of earning a opponent deal? Not a clue. Not a Scooby. Just thought I'd ask him, to be honest. Right, can I now have one of these guys? No. Any of these staff? Alright, apparently staff are not allowed. Staff are banned. All staff are banned. Can I still put out adverts for staff? Is that still a thing? And if so, where do I find it? Job centre report, backroom staff adverts. Place advert. Why would I want to apply for all the jobs? I don't want to be a physio, do I? Daft. Right, or an assistant manager. Someone apply for the job of assistant manager. I don't care which of you it is, just someone apply. I'm literally going to hire the first person that applies. There's some kind of trophy appearing here. Do I have to play in a trophy of some kind? It feels very ominous. Is there like an end of season cup in India? Alright, some award winners. Have we won any awards? Right, Indian Football League Emerging Player of the Year is this guy, Rajiv Das. Is his contract up? No, it's not, so I can't have him. Okay, that's fine. Who else is here? Sheikh Midday. I don't know where you play, but apparently you're available and you've just got an award. That is cracking. We're going to take you on the basis that you're apparently quite good. Chakraborty feels like he already plays for us. Did I just release him? I think I didn't. Maybe we'll just casually trigger that extension clause. That's how that works. He's got whiplash. I told him yesterday he didn't have a job, and now he's like, I've got a job again, boss. Can I have a job again, please, boss? Right. Let's get some attacking. Alright. So it looks like scoring goals isn't a thing people do in India because the top scorer has 12. So I'm just going to go after the biggest scorers. You're 30, alright, that's fine, because I've just told most of my squad to jog. So, 50 grand a year? Lovely, beautiful, nice doing business for you, with you, thank you. You're clearly my goal scorer for next season. Chris Kumar. I mean, you've had 10 goals. I'm just going to sign everyone I can who's got double figure goals. How does... I mean, that was a short list. Right, expected goals. Santosh Chowdhury. It tells me he's getting in the right positions and he's available. Love it. Alright, we'll take him. I've ended up moneyballing because I don't have staff. Nobody has ever seen me moneyball before. So now you've got proof. I know how to do it. Sort of. Overperforming. You're overperforming. I looked at you guys. Hishmanu Jangra. You're not free. I've already got this guy, but I think I've told him to jog. Maybe. That's fine. Right. Money goals, indeed. Average minutes per goal. Mohamed Kamar. I mean, he's averaging not many minutes per goal, so you know he's got to be... I'm giving all these guys star player. That's going to end badly, and we're going to have a morale issue mid-season. Right, now I want my top assisty boys, please. Top assisty boys? General? General for assists? Where the fuck are assists? Oh, there we go. Right. Suraj Singh. Apparently not. Shinde. Yeah, you can come in. You'll be fine. Passing. There isn't a passing one. That's 81,000. You better be worth this money, mate. You better be worth it. And yes, I did just realise that I have offered contracts to 3 left wingers so far. I may be doing a tiny panic based upon the fact that I don't know how good anyone is. But I can also withdraw offers if I get further information. But we may as well have a go. You've had see. The trouble is, I'm looking at these numbers. Like 9 assists, it actually isn't that good over a 20-odd game season. And I know that intellectually, 9 assists is pretty poor. You're a 7'2" foot. You are a 6-foot defender with caps. You're not out of contract, and you're going to cost money. Excellent. You are a player I think I already offered a contract to, and you are Rhys Kayla. Why do I know that name? I'm sorry, behave yourself. What? A 6'1" defender who's played for Leicester? A 6'1" defender who played for Leicester, though? Do I have the ability to get him cheap? We're just going to casually chuck that offer in and let them think about it a bit more. Kayla, get it? I feel like I should, and I don't, and I feel bad. Right, Dilip Rao. Nope. Lal Chumnunga. I just want him because of his name. He is a 6-foot defender. He's a 6-foot defender. That alone feels like a good reason to sign him. Aside from the fact he also put in a boss average rating this season. Like, yes, again, I grant you, it's not the most considered transfer business I've ever done. But these are the best performing players in this league. So it does make sense to chase them. You're actually quite good for a guy who's 5'10". Do your best to start. That's fine. It's okay. You can keep cracking. It just doesn't mean I'll understand all of them. That's acceptable. It happens. Sunny Saha. How is he getting a 6.95? He's tiny, and he can't run. I am growing slightly disconcerted by the number of players here who aren't very tall. Just calm down. The window's not even open yet. Let's calm down. Especially because I do not currently, and this is the key thing, have any staff to tell me if these players are any good or not, based on the standard of the league, which I know nothing about. It's going to be fine. Did the foreigners arrive on trial? Yes, but I also know very little about them. There's an entire cup about to be played. The Federation Cup. I'm sorry, for what now? Is there a thing for this? There's money. There's money involved. But I don't know anything about this competition. I know nothing about it. Right, let's... Right, if we go for best 11, all of those foreign players go in. All four, well, 4 of them go in. These two don't, which is probably a sign they shouldn't be here. Disappointingly, this 6'1" centre half doesn't automatically go into our side. He counts as foreign Asian. Oh, I was going to say, like, I'm pretty good at geography. I know Madagascar's in Africa. I've also seen the film Madagascar, which is the primary source of my knowledge on that subject. Jordi Coca should be pretty good. You've been playing in Norway. You came from Barcelona. Of course, you could Jordi. Why did I even imagine you wouldn't be from Catalonia? You're called Jordi. If you could cut those wages back, that'd be lovely, but apparently you can't. Is that a fee I can afford? I mean, if you're coming for like that, you will, you beauty. You beauty, Jordi. Just 'cause small feeling might be decent, you never know. This guy still needs some time to cook, I think. Played for Estrella de Amadora, but never in like... Oh, he has played... First of all, Braga have won the league, or are winning the league. Mad. But also, this fella's played in the top tier of Portugal recently. Not well, but recently. Yes, he's 5'3". Let's let him cook a bit. Let him cook. Part of India used to be Portuguese. That's incredibly useful yet random knowledge. Okay, let's negotiate this. I will pay you a whopping £40,000 for this man. Think it over. Don't think too long, because, you know, India entered in the 1970s by invading impressively. I mean, there are 1 billion Indian people. So, like, they were probably outnumbered. Right, this guy should be good for us. As should Santos Chowdhury, because he has scored some goals this season. It seems none of them joined till after this cup stuff, which makes sense. I mean, we expect them to want us to play the cup before we sign more players. How do I think Manash Rabba is handling all the criticism of his recent performances? I'll be honest, I don't know who he is. I've probably released him. He's going to make them eat his words. Yes, he can. Sure. That'll do. Say some words. Be confident. Eat words. Shake Mete. Alright, we've got 2 left wingers coming in. But I think one of them will play left back. Sort of the idea. Lal Chungnunga. That's not going to be entertaining on commentary at all. Lal Chungnunga, Indian international, 6 foot, centre half. He's going to be the absolute boss for us. He's played for us before. He knows what he's doing. It's not his first time. See, it's easier, this Indian footballer. All you have to do is just kind of guess and hope you get players who are good. Potential issue with Patel. Wanting a new contract? No. I cannot imagine a world in which I want to give you a contract. Based on nothing but the fact that so far you've been poor. In fact, I am just thinking, do I switch up the tactic here for something? Oh, the option. Are you going to sign for today? Can I have you playing today? Because if I can, I'm for that. I bloody can. It's a cup, so I shouldn't need to register him, right? Can he go in today? Can I play him today? Bloody can. Right, alright. Okay. Everyone relax. Everyone relax. I've got a Spanish player that used to play for Barcelona about to start for us. This cannot possibly not end badly. I am, however, going to switch up I'm going to go to the 4-3-3 just for this game for now, just because I feel it. Just because I feel it. And because that should then give me the option to drop the guy that's not very good. Right, anyone else here? I say drop the guy that's not very good, but no one else in this squad is very good either. Let's be honest. So, do I have a better left back option than that? Do I have another left back option? Let's just get rid of everyone who can't currently play for us. You are a bit worse. Okay, you've got a 6.97 average rating. So you should be playing. I think we do that, then that, then that. Okay. You have yet to be good. So I think you're going to get replaced by this 15-year-old kid, because why not? You should be on the bench somewhere for at least one of these 27 strikers. Probably the guy who's not very good at scoring goals. You're clearly a better right back than this guy because you've got a better rating, even though you shouldn't be, because that doesn't make any sense. I don't need 3 strikers on the bench though. Right, let's stick our fella from Ghana in there. So many right-sided players. I don't know why there are so many right-sided players in the squad. It's so unbalanced. Who's in the 18s that we can switch in, just have some cover? Okay. I think we're going to swap you out for you. I've got some midfielders in there. I mean, you're not good at all, so you're going to be replaced by this guy. And then I would like probably another midfielder in there, so we'll go with this guy. Sure. Sure. Let's see what happens, shall we? Let's get all that. There's lines. It's looking good. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Let's go. I will return in 30 seconds, but you guys are going to be in charge until I do. Okay, I trust you. I trust all of you. You can all handle this. We're going to win the cup. We're going to win this cup. That's the plan. Let's just all keep it in our heads. We're going to win whatever this cup is. We don't know if it's a good cup. We just know it's a cup. And it's an extra trophy. We haven't had enough of them yet. Back in a second. Lads, we're losing. This is not, as an experiment, it's not gone well. At all, to be completely honest with you. It's not gone well. I think we can all confidently say that. Right, Dempo. Let's get beating Dempo. Right, what was that? Sort your lines out, boys. Play some football. You, and you. Not been good enough. Sort it out, yeah? Sort it out. I think this team will be much better next season. I think I can safely say it'll be much better next season because it can't possibly be worse than it currently is. I think we can get some players in that can be tall. Find some players that can run. If we can combine those two things, players that are tall with players that can run, we might have a real chance of doing something. But for now, we're not really doing anything. Am I aware that I've got too many wingers? Yes. But, again, I also know that wingers are now sorted because I have two that can play on both sides. Is anything else looking good? Not really, but we'll get there when we get there. Right, Bose, get off, mate, for, I suppose, Pereira? Sure. Because we're also going to take you off for Pinto. You off for Basak. You've been really poor. For a fella who used to play for Barcelona, I am underwhelmed. Right, let's stick Patel in, see if he looks like a footballer in this formation. And then, after this game, we'll play a touch of Scrandle. just so we can see what kit's been hyping. Come on, forwards, boys, forwards. Come on, see, that's the one. See, you did the thing I needed you to do. You did the football. Just keep doing the football. That's it. Over the top, lovely. Oh, of course Patel didn't score. Of course he didn't score. Why would he score? That'd be crazy. It'd be wild. Demand more from these players, please. It does occur to me I'm also trying to play tiki-taka with players who probably aren't very good at the passing. It is possible. It is possible I'm trying to play tiki-taka with players that aren't very good at the passing. There is a possibility I may have made a mistake in coming to a league that is notoriously... Would it be offensive to call that tiki-taka? I think that would be outstanding. To be fair, I was worried some people would find it offensive when I used Bollywood in the title of the stream, but it is justified because we are in fact representing the city where Bollywood films are made, so I don't think that's offensive. I'm sure someone will. They'll be white and middle class, but they'll think it was offensive. Oh, that's racist. Nope, factual, because I can geographise. Right, here we go then for Scrandal for the day. You all know the rules by now. Also, welcome all. I thought it was so cute. I saw so much green. Right, you all know the rules. We see the pictures. We vote left or right. We decide, is it offensive to managerial and call it Hollywood? No. Yeah, 2 pictures, left or right. Which would you rather eat? Starting from now. What the fuck am I looking at? First of all, neither of these things are happening at a football ground. Even if they were, we've got chicken tenders and waffle fries. Or a hot dog that looks like people just chucked trash on it from Melbourne. Simon's saying right. Jigsaw is saying left. Any more opinions? The chicken tenders are £20. The hot dog is £12. It comes with the chips, but yeah, 20 quid for 4 chicken tenders, some nasty looking nastiness in a plastic tub, and like 5 waffle fries. So ice hockey food or tennis food? Well, you might have the casting vote because Kit can't. Hot dog with mushy peas? Thanks for voting. Alright, cheers guys, that helped. Alright, a red-necked phalarope free from the air at the Zozo Marine Stadium in Japan. Or vegan fish and chips from Tottenham Hotspur. Not sure you can call it vegan fish and chips. To be vegan, it would have to not be fish. You've just battered some tofu and stuck it on some chips. Simon's saying right. Wall is saying right. Jigsaw's we're going right. More people said they'd rather eat the bird. Wow. Alright, brisket tacos from Grimsby Town. Not sure that's a thing, but okay. For £6 whole, or bread with onion and paprika from Budapest for 85 pence. Left. Just left. Left. We're just saying left. Ooh, we've got a right, but we've got it's also a majority for left. Left wins. Left wins. Don't know how, but left wins. Right, pork and stuffing baguette, 6 quid from Arsenal. That's quite reasonable for Arsenal. Or a katsu curry with Cajun fries for £8.50 from Woking. fucking woking nonsense. Simon's saying right. Wool is saying right. Jigsaw's saying right. We'll go right. We've won. We've won that one. Okay, we are on top of this. Right. A Yorkshire pudding wrap. Can't go wrong. Absolute top quality from Portsmouth. It was too much gravy, you're right. That's £8. Or £10.50 for a cheeseburger that appears to mostly be onions from San Diego. What the tits is this? The bun's the wrong way up as well. Everything about this is wrong. Jeez, is that USA? Apparently so. Right, we're going left, and left is going to win because that looks fucking awful. Alright, pie, chips, peas and gravy, £4, Matlock Town. Love to see it. Manchester United are serving this as a hot dog. I mean, this one is food. This one looks like a boiled severed penis in cheap bread. We're going left. We're saying left. Lefts are going to be a winner. Alright, a gourmet cheeseburger allegedly from Johor Darul Tazim in Malaysia. £3.45 for this gourmet cheeseburger. Or a rib man pie with mashed mushy peas and gravy. £9 from Wimbledon. Right. Right as managed after Jim Radcliffe made all his cuts. So you can't just assume that food wins after the bird. What's in a rib man pie? One would assume the ribs of a man. I don't know. Ribs? Man? Pie? Some kind of meat. Alright, we've got a vote for left, a vote for right, and Wool is feverishly Googling what's in a rib man pie. I say right because my arteries are hard and looking at that's fair. Wow, the burger wins. Shocking. Shocking stuff. Right, fish and chips for a tenner from Spurs. Actual fish, not tofu in like batter. Or a special steak pie cheeseburger from Highworth Town with a pint. Always important to point that. With a pint for £8.50. So, £10 for fish and chips. £8.50 for a pint and a steak pie shoved in a cheeseburger from Highworth in the mighty Wiltshire. Wool is saying left, Simon is saying right. This is based primarily on the inclusion of the pint, I feel. Jigsaw's saying left, we'll go left. It wins by far more than it should have. That one should have been far closer. Right. Sausage and vegetar for £1.50 from Kamenitsa Sasa in Macedonia, North Macedonia. I thought vegetar was like a Pokemon, but apparently it's just some chopped up sausage and meat with some cheese and feet. Or Thai noodles with crispy chicken balls, £8 from Bolton Wanderers. What are we saying? Right. We've got another right. We're all saying right. It doesn't come with feet, so therefore it must be the winner, and it is. Alright, next up. Avro FC in England are offering a breakfast wrap. 2 sausage, 2 bacon, egg, hash brown and cheese in a wrap. £6. Or a chicken sandwich for £14.60 from San Jose Earthquakes. Avro, I want to say it's somewhere just outside Bolton. So we've got a left, we've got a right. An aircraft? Oh, now you're asking the big questions. It's in Oldham. I was nearly right. Avro's in Oldham. Jigsaw's saying, right, we'll go right. Lost out to the breakfast wrap from Avro. Alright, last one. Hanwell Town are offering jerk chicken and cornbread fritters for £7. Jerk chicken, I'm assuming was cooked on a barbecue because otherwise that's burnt. Or a chicken schnitzel for £4 from Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's a tough one, this. This is genuinely a tough one. Because I don't think you can go wrong with a £4 chicken schnitzel. But if that jerk chicken is barbecued, it's going to be perfection. So it's going to come down to Wool, who's currently working out how to get to the next Avro game. Usually do a schnitzel, that fella looks good, but there's not much to it. Who doesn't love jerk though? So left, alrighty then. We're going left. It lost out to the schnitzel. See, it was the £4 that tipped it. We got 6 out of 10. And a 7.5 was the community average. We tried our best, and we did things anyway. Okay. So, we're about to go out of this cup. I think we'll go out of this cup. Hope we get our staff in, and then we'll kind of call it there. I reckon we tried so hard and got so far, and in the end it really didn't matter. Backroom staff adverts. I naively assumed that would bring up my advert. It didn't. Because, yeah, I can't imagine we're going to get past Dempo in this competition, because they're the best team in the country in this league that doesn't have the league above it for some reason. They are, we're pretending, the best team in the country, even though we all know it's Mohan Bagun. But if we didn't know it was Mohan Bagun, or arguably East Bengal, we could pretend that it was Dempo. No comments. Sure. Thanks. Yes. Love it. Cheers. Excellent. Wait, can Geordie Coker be persuaded to be a coach? Oh my god, that could be the game changer. Imagine. Does he want to be a coach? Head of youth development. You're called Geordie. I know you can develop players. You're named after Cruyff's kid. Hello, Dave. Sorry, Geordie. Would you like to become, please, a head of youth development? Thanks. Do consider it, and then do it. Also, for those who are eagerly awaiting the debut of the second channel, I currently have the first video uploading today, or uploading right now. It is taking forever, but you know, go hit the old sub, and as soon as that is finished uploading, it will be live. Basically is the plan. As soon as that video is done uploading, it will be live. Do I know when that will be? No, but I uploaded it at 9:30 and it's still only at 34%. So YouTube might be having some drama. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's not, because it's a 5 3/4 hour video that you could watch over several lunch breaks. To be fair, it sounds long. It is a VOD channel, and it is the farming sim thing that we did. I am in two minds with the... I don't know if you're any good. I'm in two minds with the Life is Strange stuff, but whether I release it as individual episodes or whether I just release it all as like one video. So any thoughts are welcome on that. For those who are new around here, on Sundays we side quest, we play things that aren't Football Manager, and have a jolly good time doing random things. as we do. Sentil Hamar. Thing is, you say I should be making a priority of this, but again, I know nothing about the guy. Episode person, it's not really your kind of game, so that'd be fair, fair. I might have to introduce a second weekly side quest, because I know some people don't like the story ones, some people like it when we zomboid, some people will like it if we do another random sports game, some people I know enjoyed the farming, even though it was mostly me parking cars in rivers, because I don't drive good. Maybe we have 2 weekend side quests. At the end of the day, all it is me uploading a VOD to a channel. So, and it is very explicitly, we've got a director of football. It is very explicitly a variety channel, so no one can complain. All right, we can see how good our footballers are now. All right. So the guy from Ghana, it turns out, was not a very good footballer. What has happened? Is that goalkeeper broken? How are you broken, Peter? It's a cut hand. Do you need your hands? You didn't use them like at least once, so potentially, maybe that's not that big an issue for you. Alright, so I think Mark Kumar is a player we should keep. Yes, if he'll cut his wages back. Because, again, he is 5'9". You told me he'd sign for 9.25. We explicitly had this conversation where you said he'd sign for 9.25. That's very much non-negotiable. I tell you, I'll give him a clean sheet bonus of 300 quid a go. There you go. My teams never keep clean sheets, you fool. Right, Prakasham Nam is a guy we decided was going already. Elvis Tapper, he does have some potential. Maybe we trigger his extension clause for now. This guy, Yash Bose, actually looks like a baller. Actually does look like a baller. Okay. Manoj Kumar. You're fine for the year anyway. You are not going to reach that potential, so I think we can release you. Ashish Singh is going to have to play in the next game, and he's very patently not good enough. Raja Pinto, we already released him. We have. Good. No mistake was made there. Karun Rodriguez. Do I feel like you're a footballer ever? Do you have it? We'll give you a year. We'll give you another year. Majmudar. It wants me to make a choice in him right now, and I don't know if I want to keep him or not. Sure. That can't hurt, can it? That can't hurt. There you go. Have a little pay rise. But not a big pay rise, just a little pay rise. You do have some potential, so we'll trigger your extension for a year. Oh, you've got some potential. You won't reach it, but we'll extend you for a year. We'll extend you for a year. It's very much a case of I don't actually know if any of these guys are going to make it, but if they're going to be around and cheap, we'll keep them around. Right. So it turns out all of these guys are good. Alright, my dreams of a back four of footballers are going to come true. Alright, lovely. Right, so you can come in for 55? Bagging. Done. Done. You can come in as well. 55 as well, maybe? Or lower than 55. Oh, you cheeky devil. Right. What's your staff role? Scout? You'll never believe it, but I have room for a scout. Okay, you'd like to be... You'd like to be a footballer. Okay, cool. And then Titouan Fortune. What do you want in terms of money, my friend? 19,000. Yeah, we get out to 17,000, mate. I reckon we've got a deal. Are these guys necessarily great? No. Of course they're not. They're playing in India. But at least that makes me a little bit more confident we'll have something resembling a back four next year. So many of these players are so... Oh, I'm going to have to rethink those signings. We may have to loan some players out to make up. Jesus Christ, 240. To be fair, he was playing in the top flight in Portugal. Drake Hadid from Antigua. Yes, what's his? He must have a second nationality of use. American, all right. Overuse may have been a stretch, but I can afford you, so I think we'll do that. Will you take that? You will. You lovely boy. Right. Alright, that's all our foreigner transfer business done for the year. And then from there, we can focus entirely on signing the best players in India. How can we possibly go wrong? Let's... Patel asked us... Abhishek. Set some no. We were gonna set some targets, and you said no, so that's fine. How long till the next match? And can I please have those players I just signed for it? Can I please have those players? Just one of them. If I can get just one of them, we might be able to win this game. Squad unhappy with treatment Abhishek. Listen. He doesn't score any goals. He's not good enough for the... William Chakraborty still thinks Abhishek Patel has a future at the club at normal level. That's how people talk. That's how people talk. Great. My squad are unhappy because I refuse to give a new contract to a striker who, and let's get this really clear in our minds, doesn't score any goals. I don't think I can stress that enough. He doesn't score. He is incapable of footballing. But hopefully, what does our best 11 say now? Good. Let's go with that, I guess. Just because it doesn't seem to matter what I do. One player in the squad, Anthony Singh. Good. Go make something happen. Let's find goals from somewhere. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We won't be going out of this cup right now, even though we will be going out of this cup right now. Okay, address the team. We're sick and tired of bad results. Stop getting bad results. Guys, if you could just stop getting bad... I know you've not thought of this before, but if you could just stop getting bad results, we'd all be a lot happier. I know. I don't know I never thought of telling you that before, but just stop. If you could stop losing, you cannot imagine how much happier you'd be. Just cannot imagine. I don't know why they make football so complicated. Really. I mean, it's a simple game. Can Jordi Coker actually pass? You're 7. You came from Barcelona's academy. How have you got 7 for passing? Were you just not listening at all to any coaching ever? Literally, your entire childhood would have been rondos. There's one thing you should be good at as a Barca Academy prospect. It's rondos, like passing. Well, we are distinctly not in this game. I mean, we are. We've got the momentum, but we're not doing anything with it. Yeah, I reckon he might have skipped that class. It's entirely possible he skipped all of those classes and just did heroin or something. I shouldn't make those jokes on straight. He is a real person, not a new gen. For legal reasons, that was a joke. I know nothing about Jordi Coker. He could be a phenomenally professional guy that's just represented badly in Football Manager. For legal reasons, I'm referring to the Jordi Coker in Football Manager, not the real person that he is representing. Did it? Disclaimer. Told you, see? They said I couldn't lawyer. And yet here I am, lawyering. Like a lawyer. Right, address the team. I want a much better display in the second half. I want you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Not like Jimmy Savile. Better footballing. I've now got the theme song to Jim Will Fix It in my head. That's not ideal, is it? That's really not okay. That's gone badly. That's also gone badly. Sushit Chowdhury has scored against us, and wow. It's a new bot from a new thing. Changing, mixing, minizer. Wow. I don't even care what that thing was that they were trying to sell me. Joke's on you, buddy. I'm poor. Right, berate. Berate some stuff at Fernandes. Forward. Right, someone do a goal. We haven't scored a single goal since I've been here. Imagine if, like, Eugene Nyarko comes in next season and just scores 50 goals. After all that time in Wales, where we were like, this guy doesn't really score enough, but he does create. Imagine if he comes in next season and just smashes 50 goals. How much better will we all feel about my randomly deciding to half-assedly do scouting? Because I was like, I've got some players I need. Patel. Off for Akuma. Sure. Krishna. Hari Hari. Krishna Krishna. Hari Hari. Krishna Krishna. I'm pretty sure that's how that song goes. I don't remember. It was in The Simpsons once. Swap that. Oh, let's do combined. Let's remember to do combined. Otherwise it will all go broken. Bows. Off for Basak. And Kumar there off for Pinto. And then we'll take out the left back for a randomly selected right back. And we'll hope for the best. Right, let's do this. Heads down. Jordi Coker better be a much better player next season. I'll be honest. He better be a much better footballer next season. We've scored a goal, and we didn't score the goal, but a goal has been scored for us. A goal was scored on our behalf by them. That's the important part of that, is that a goal was scored on our behalf. That's it. Hope for the best. Go from there. This is... Some people consider Pep the best tactician in world football. Some people say nobody will ever match Cruyff or Clough or Ferguson or Steen. Those people will never hope for the best and go from there. Those people have these weird things they call plans. Who needs fucking plans? What is this? An architect? No. It's football. You hope for the best, you go from there. Unacceptable. Good. Good, 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 giggity, giggity, good. Right, let's make sure we have to play any more bloody games this season, because I feel like I don't like a surprise tournament. Not a fan of a surprise end of season tournament. Don't know why it exists. Don't know why people do them. I don't think they're fun. I think they're unhelpful. Confirm. Oh, we've got you. Day too late. Day late, dollar short, mate. But all right, fine. Okay. No more fixtures coming? No. Beautiful. Right. I am going to do a transfer window sort of off of stream. We'll say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye. That sounded really sarcastic, didn't it? I didn't mean it to, but it was.